Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Steelers going up against the Dolphins. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we come to you from a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls with an 11th on the way in 2020. Yes, we are in beautiful Miami, Florida. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup here in Week 3 between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And Charles, Week 3 of the preseason. We're getting there. Opening night on the horizon. Here, the Madden video game even came out on Tuesday, so you know we're close. But this is the week you use as your dress rehearsal, isn't it?
It is. You go over everything as you would on opening day when it actually counts. They'll regulate how much the starters play, but this is probably the game they play the most in the preseason. And don't forget, after this game, the rosters get pared down to 75 guys.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by their 7th-year quarterback. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And Charles, if this new pickup can run like that, they're going to be very happy that he was on the free agent wire. A lot of people said, how was he there to begin with?
One of the great questions, one of the great mysteries. But now that they have him, you just know the offensive staff, they're not worried about giving him the full playbook, just things that he can do well.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Cameron Hayward is a defensive lineman, but many of us, especially guys of my vintage, remember his father, Craig Ironhead Hayward, who was a running back. I think Cameron decided he'd rather hit people than be hit.
3rd down and 8 now.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Back to throw now on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. They'll get 19 yards there. And the Dolphins are going to get a first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he's got this one down to the 10. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Well, it's real easy to get on a guy when he doesn't pick up a first down with just inches or maybe a yard to go because the obvious play is to run it. But 3rd and 2 in today's NFL, not necessarily a running play, but when you do call it, you're counting on the offensive line to create some space, give him an opportunity, and you're also counting on the runner to be really physical, be really strong with the ball going upfield. Not a dancer, not a guy who's hesitant, decisive, one cut, go. And when you don't get that, this is what you end up with, a loss of yardage.
And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken near the 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by Big Ben, their veteran quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger.
He's one of the more exalted quarterbacks in the league, but I still don't think he gets enough appreciation for his ability to read defenses and lead his ball club.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. Here we go with 2nd and 7. They'll give it to him right up the gut. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Two yards to go here on 3rd down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he stopped immediately there. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete.
Holding offense.
On 4th down, here's Pat McAfee to kick it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. They're going to look to throw. Finding time. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
Holding offense.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. We come up in an offset eye. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Check, Patriot! Patriot! Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come out in the pistol. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
And they'll run it here. And he is met at the line. Down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Well, looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. So just a lone field goal in this 1st quarter of play. It's a 3-point game here early. And we'll be back to South Florida after this. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the 1st on 2nd down.
Let's go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Surveying the field, throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And to give this time to the tailback. What a spin. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got time. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And out come the Dolphins now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a first carry for their fullback. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2nd down following the run.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
On play action, they'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Holding offense.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. They come out here in the eye. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first.
And this is where an offensive lineman really earns a living. You're on your own side of the field, but you only need a few inches. And you saw the good blocking at the point of attack. That is a well-earned first down.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They come up in an offset out. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
4th and 1. I don't think Wild Horses could have dragged that quarterback off the field. He was motioning to go for it from the start. And sure enough, it's the ground game that gets him the first down.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. They'll give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Green 39! Green 39!
He'll look to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. It's a pickup. .12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And Ty Montgomery has it complete. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains.
They were full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. They come out here in the eye. On the give, this is their fullback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
That guy's going to want the football a whole lot more. I'd hate to be the offensive coordinator now because all he's going to say is, how come I'm not touching it more? Do you see me out there moving around, wiggling, and making it happen? Give me the ball, coach.
Green 39! Green 39!
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
Really, it's a solid draft class from a year ago. They were able to address some key weak spots on their team and fill in some holes.
And they were able to identify the players they wanted early in the process. Got a little bit of luck as some guys may have fallen to them. But for the most part, knew their philosophy and stuck to it.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Here we go now. Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
They come up in an offset eye.
Green 39! Green 39!
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
False start. Offense.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And his kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to... extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's get back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Holding. Offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Holding. Offense.
Here's Pat McAfee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this first half. I'm guessing mostly defensive highlights that we will see.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool. No touchdown scored yet so far.
Yeah, none whatsoever.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Hurry up, here we go. Blue.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A gain of 6 there on first.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
Watch number 86. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw again. That's caught at the 2. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Field goal unit not out there. They want 6 before halftime. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go. Blue 90.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Here we go now. Blue, Detroit! Detroit! Gone! That's gone! Green, 39! Green!
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. It's the fullback as time expires in the first half. And the Dolphins head on to their lead. And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Dolphins want to continue to give their fans something to cheer about in the second half. The Steelers, on the other hand, want to quiet this crowd and turn things around. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Now 1st and 10, the quick pass and completion is made. He ends up picking up a yard before heading out of bounds. 3rd down from the 18, the quick pass and completion is made, and he'll be tackled at their own 34-yard line. 4th and goal. It's going to be a run play here, and he'd cap off the 9-play drive with a TD. The Dolphins go up by 13. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back now to Miami for the start of the second half.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game. They had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes the Steelers defense once more. Last drive, touchdown surrendered. Here, see if they can stop them.
It's always a constant battle of letting the last series go, good or bad, but especially bad. Give up a touchdown. Okay, forget the finger pointing, forget the blame. Go back out and play the defense you know you're capable of and help your team out.
And probably look to the leaders as always.
As always. They're going to be the ones going to grab some people and say, all right, let's do this thing.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Sheldon Richardson there to make the play. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Back to throw here. And that'll be incomplete.
Holding. Offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. And a give this time to the tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got time in the pocket. And that is incomplete. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So a big sack on 2nd down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd. off here to his running back. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But if the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
And they'll go on the ground. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense. Still 3rd down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Holding, offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
Holding, offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. 19 yards there on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
That was a good, strong run there. While one picked up a 1st down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Looking to throw. Finding time. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the play. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Here comes the D swarming to the line. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you...
Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. So the offense needing 4 yards. It's third down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're going to get the first down here as he's out to the 14. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They come out here in the eye. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
3-19.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
I think this is where we see how the game has moved along a little bit. Free safety, no blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes and gets the quarterback.
Well, is that a spot, though, where when he's coming, the quarterback needs to be able to find somebody or not necessarily?
Has to, because with that amount of time coming from the free safety position, someone should break open.
Back to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Surveying the field. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Steelers defense, we watch them get set to go. They got a little steam following the interception the last time they were out there, Charles.
And they want to keep that going now because once you get one, he wanted to multiply and turn into a bunch more. And right now, they're putting up their version of a no-fly zone.
No-fly zone. I like that. We had a flyover before the game.
Yeah, but this time they would intercept it.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now back to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on 1st down.
They'll give them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on 1st down.
A couple of Dolphins in on the stop.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And Boswell's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the fourth quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
And here comes the Steelers defense making their way onto the field. And the interception the last time, their third takeaway of the game, Charles.
They're just flocking to the football so well. And not only are they doing that, they're making big-time plays and taking it away from them. Big hits, big plays. They're looking very good in this ballgame.
You said flocking, flying to the football. Coaches always use that, don't they?
They really do. It's almost as it goes back to the old, when they click off the frame at the end of a play, they want to see all 11 defensive guys in that picture.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And give him 15 more, and it's another first down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Set. Green 39.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Single receiver, single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Holding offense.
Yeah, that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
They'll set up to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage. They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down, so you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So the ready to go as we get set to resume the action. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. That's exactly what he got done there.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich thrown against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 30.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's caught inside the 30. That goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete. second down now after the incompletion. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Here we go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got time in the pocket. And this is going to be incomplete.
Holding offense.
Here's Pat McAfee now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory.
Pass interference. Defense.
And after a nice gain, they don't need the penalty. They'll decline it, take the ball where the play resulted. And now the offense operates in the red zone. He'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Their big tight end. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with speed or maybe even just strength.
A try here for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. A little 360.
Oh,
and he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's a gain of 20 that time. And that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time. All right, it's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
Defense maybe trying to guess the snap count there, and it costs them 5 yards. The defense helps the offense out there. Now 5 yards to go on first down.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And they went big on 1st down. Proves unfruitful.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
After review of the play, the rookie on the field stands.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out. And a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough 3rd down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This will be caught at about the 3. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part 1 of the equation done. Now they need to convert, then get that onside kick. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. They'll again try for 2, this time from the 7.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Interesting call there. They went for 2 even after the penalty from the 7-yard line. It didn't pay off.
I think the first thought is to go ahead and kick the extra point, but you're not kicking it from the 7-yard line.
Yeah,
right? That's not what's snapped.
5 back on the PAT as well.
Right, so they have to take it from the 15 to administer the penalty. So now you're kicking it around 40 yards. So I understand why they probably went for 2 there. They thought they had a better play and a better chance in that situation.
So now here come the Dolphins. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense.
Detroit! Detroit! No, check. Patriot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play.
No, check. Patriot!
They come up in an offset eye.
Green 39!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.